S123. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam teman-teman. Kembali lagi bersama gua di game Hogwarts Legacy. Ya. Bang SS lu ngeselin bang. Gua pakai adblock ya bang. Jangan dong, nanti gua tetap miskin. Mantap gas, halo bang, halo juga. Oke, jadi langsung aja gue mulai ya. Gue start jam segini karena kamar gue kebocoran teman-teman. Hujan deras sekali. Keyboard gue korslet semua. Laptop gue nggak bisa nyala ya. Untungnya mesin cari uang gue ini nggak kenapa-napa ya teman-teman ya. Jadi langsung aja kita mulai. Iana Levo. Sesuai thumbnailnya ya. Aku masih belum tahu itu siapa yang di thumbnail. Ini berhubung katanya ada bug memory leak, jadi kalau nge-lag itu emang bug ya teman-teman ya. Jadi kita nikmatin aja. Gua nge-share dulu sebentar ya. Tolong dibantu share. Gua nggak banyak ngomong lah hari ini lah. Lagi bad mood gua. Hogwarts Legacy. Harry Potter. PS5. Ininya yang kalah nih sama apa, encoder OBS-nya yang kalah sama gamenya nih. Nah ini yang terakhir ya, nih yang kemarin kita lihat nih, yang ketemu si Rockwood nih siapa? Victor. Ya, kita lihat lagi recapnya sedikit ya.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who's this child? What are you not telling me?
All you need to know is that if you cannot get to the child, then you have no value to me.
Let's go.
Did they see us?
I don't think so.
What was that goblin doing with Victor Rookwood?
Ranrock is working with Rookwood.
The goblin
Yes,
from
iya,
the
ada
Daily
masuk.
Prophet. I knew I'd seen him somewhere. Quickly, let's get inside the 3 broomsticks.
Yes, gue bisa komen. Makanya jangan aneh-aneh ya.
It's a treat.
Nanti di
I shall let you know if I hear
suspend
it.
lagi sama moderator
Thank you,
lu.
Serona.
Jangan aneh-aneh.
Well.
Biasa aja. Ngobrolnya jangan aneh-aneh. HP gue aja konslet
Now,
coy.
what can
Nggak
I-
bisa di touchscreen.
Oh. There's a
Touchscreen-nya
face I haven't seen
kabur-kabur.
It's my first
Gila.
time here.
before. Welcome. Butterbeer's on
Masa
me.
semua.
Heard about the attack. I shall be looking in on the other shopkeepers and residents shortly. Glad to see you two escaped injury.
Thanks to this one. Single-handedly took down a troll.
Is that right? Well done.
Thank you for this.
My pleasure. I will say, trolls in Hogsmeade. That's never happened before. Something's not right. The only brutes we usually have to deal with are... How timely.
Was that Lodgok I saw leaving just now? Your clientele's not what it used to be, Serona.
Not to worry, Victor. Once the two of you leave, the caliber of my clientele will greatly improve. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Theophilus.
Come now. No need for theatrics. I'm only here for this one anyway.
My friend is enjoying a well-earned butterbeer.
Only want a quick word.
Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said...
Jadi ini
my
siapa ya?
friend
Gue
is
juga nggak
busy.
tahu nih.
One would think you all had enough bloodshed for one day. Come, Theophilus. The 3 broomsticks isn't what it used to be. Let's take our galleons elsewhere. Can't drink butterbeer forever.
Seems you've made an unfortunate enemy. Watch your back. Rookwood and Harlow are worse than any troll you might encounter.
Trolls? Ranrock and Rookwood? What are you not telling me?
I promise to tell you everything. But it's perhaps best I do that later.
And on that note, I think we should head back to the castle.
I told my nieces I'd leave my grandmother's silver cauldron to whichever one of them looked after me in my old age. No, he was taking and checking in on me, but of course, and I'd say it's a bit too soon.
Gue pengen ganti settingannya nih. DLS balance. Kalau gue kasih ultra performance, ada turun grafik nggak ya? Coba ya. Kayaknya ya, tuh kelihatan dari reflection cahaya ya.
I'm certainly glad Serona was there.
Jadi jelek
Told
grafiknya.
you she was one of the good ones.
I can see that. She didn't seem at all intimidated by Rookwood and Hollow.
I think you'll need to tell me why Victor Rookwood has you in his sights. But we can talk later. For the moment, we should return to the castle. Professor Weasley's certain to hear about the troll attack soon if she hasn't already. Don't want to risk another detention for getting back after hours.
You must return to common room for the night. Access the map. Bentar teman-teman. Kamar gua becek. Kamar gua becek. Select Hogwarts map. But Swiss out. Where am I? Oh, ini common room. Oke. Oh, fast travel ya. Rusak semua. Wih, level 4 kita. Wih, sliterin coy. Gokil banget. Ini. Tahu kedinginan lo begitu. Oh, bisa dipasang tapi di hide. I see. Oke, ini nggak nambah status ya. Alright, baby. Read mail. Come and see me. I discovered something in the locket. We found a green gods.
Come and see me. I've discovered something in the locket we found at Gringotts.
Nah,
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
kita berkeliling Hogwarts again. Ini nggak ada teksturnya pintunya, Cok. Loading. Pintunya nggak ada tekstur. Salah. Gue sempet gue dikasih nemu FPS fix sama si Yogi. Cuman kita lihat aja nih. Nge-lag nggak nih? Masih ada terjadi nge-lag di cutscene nggak ya? Kita lihat aja nanti ya. Yang penting gameplay aman ya. Kenapa loading anjir? Masuk kelas loading gue. Nah ini kita lihat nih. Ini cutscene nih harusnya nih. Halo juga.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow, like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls to...
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade? With Rookwood?
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Great news indeed. Goblins and dark wizards are after you. They want what vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity.
Yeah, cool.
No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
Iya. Goblin di Gringotts itu netral ya sifatnya ya teman-teman ya. Plek dia. Nah, nggak kesini even itu satu ras.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library.
Lobet lagi.
The restricted section, to be precise. And a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your
Shall we go?
enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Oke. Report to Professor Hecat. Si Profesor aku duluan ya.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Gila ngebut banget larinya sih. Karena nggak bisa pelur, cok. Jangan terlalu ngebut larinya lah. Lari lu sama rendernya cepetan lari dulu, coy. Oh, ini yang ngajarin kita ini nih apa? Bukan apa?
I believe we have some matters to discuss.
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor
spell baru
Fay
kita?
indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio.
Oke.
You know where to find me once you've finished.
Alright, Profesor.
Seems Crossed Ones isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
Oh, anjir.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
If only I knew someone could help me with my sad predicament.
Win to round cross one. Wah anjir, kita PvP-an lagi nih. Duel. Complete a round spell. Lukan. Kita kesini dulu ya. Kita yang dikasih tahu dulu nih, kita selesaikan. Gue pengen fast travel sebenernya, cuman gue biarin ini game terbiasa ngelot yang render.
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian. I know.
Yang mana nih?
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Ones all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
No. Sebastian Shallow. Kita berdua apa solo nih? Solo aja ya. Solo aja.
I'll be dueling solo.
Then let's get to it.
Solo saja.
Ready to get thrashed?
Anjir, 1 lawan 2, Cok.
Apologies in advance.
1 lawan 3, coy. Asio. Gila.
What a duel.
Sangat berbakat sekali.
Bravo.
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that last round, they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
Okay, thank you.
The next round is for all the gobstones, so to speak.
Anjir. Complete a round of spell combination practice with Lucan. Complete a round.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course.
Masih
I'll
ngelag ya?
can give you a list of combinations to practice. Ready to have a try now?
That would be wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Masih nge-lag lu. Gendeng ini game. anjir. Wah, anjir mantep belajar combo cuy.
Good one. I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Jadi nomor 2 itu diterbangin ya, aku lupa nomor 2 terbangin Asio di. Oke, kita balik ke Profesor Hekats ya. Ini kenapa nge-lag gini cuy? Biar SSD gue busuk kan. Dia ngeload ulang dia ya. Perlu, kenapa itu? YouTube is not receiving enough video. Aman ya? Ini kenapa jadi berat begini, koplak? Ya anjir, dikasih performance malah nge-lag cuy. Ngaco. Mendingan auto begini, mending quality kali ya.
Might some kind soul help me?
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to...
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor?
Yes. I'm sorry to say I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end
Kita
today's
dapat
lesson with
spell
your
baru nih.
robes
Rokok
aflame.
gua asem banget
Let us
rasanya
begin.
anjir, basah.
And remember, focus on the proper wand movement.
Ya. Oke, Miss.
Concentrate and keep your wand steady.
Incendio.
Good work.
Incendio ini ya. Damage. Ini belum kebuka ya? Kita tuker sama reparo aja ya. Gimana caranya? Praktekinnya di mana nih? Is heavy damage spell that unleashes destructive flame short range. Berarti kita ke Oke, kita return to Professor Vic. Kalau seandainya gua fast travel aja gimana? Gak bisa anjir. Yapi bro.
If only a new student were to help me with this.
Gila, ada orang yang apal nggak ya tanpa ini? Respect anjir. Orang yang apal tanpa GPS. Nah, gini aja ya, kita lari biasa aja ya teman-teman ya, itu kecepatan tadi. Keren ya kastilnya.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckert.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule...
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends.
Dia
My
rude banget.
office, 5 minutes.
That
How
man
rude.
is exasperating.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor,
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Good luck, Professor. Waiting for you, man. Kita ke Sebastian sekarang ya.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Oke, kita mau sneaking ke restrict area nih ya. Area terlarang. Ada simpus lagi. Oke, kita ini lagi. Lu ngapain jalan-jalan sendirian? Ada banyak coy, ada Kuro. Alah. Iya. Satu-satu sini sayang, sini sayang. Nah, itu terakhir ada Kuro tuh. Nggak cari si Zen aja nih, ada si Zen kocak sama gua sihir sama gua jadiin harimau. Iya. Kuro sini. Semua di sayang ya. Ya udah ya. Iya.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
Not many students have Victor with attention. What was that all about? To do with Ranrock. I'm not entirely certain. Yang mana ya? Apa kita jelasin aja, kita jujur aja ya? Juga nggak tahu sih.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
Betul,
If
kita
you
nggak
say
pernah.
so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
Tell no one. What if we're caught?
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
What about the library?
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madam Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books.
Okay.
So do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Okay, see you tonight.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Oke, kita bertemu nanti malam ya. Bentar teman-teman. Tiba-tiba.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
You should know. The disillusionment charm. And you'll appear as little more than a and spells. Spells are free. Give it a try.
Bentar. Species behavior.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. But it'll still be all right. In the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Draw her away.
You distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my...
That wasn't so...
Ini kenapa sih nih? Goblok nih. Oke, gue tahu.
Ghost.
Anjir, setan cuy.
Should be in the clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think you'll find a cure
Anjir,
in the
ini gua
restricted
kenapa nih?
section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Kan ada orang anjir. Kaget gua anjir. Main di PC bang, iya di PC. Banyak bugnya, memory leak nih, gila, makan RAM-nya gede banget.
Peeves, don't you...
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where's that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Dia ngebantuin kita ngedistract ya teman-teman ya.
Reparo.
Gelap banget deh.
Of course. Traces of ancient magic. That's it.
Kita masuk kan? Oke. Wow. Ini masih restrict area ya.
Where might this lead?
Reparo kah?
Reparo.
Wow. Oh, ini dia.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Ding. Meledak lu, dia mampus lu. What the hell, ada lagi coy. Dia attacking and damage successfully, 10 hit combo will begin generating ancient magic power up. Oh, bisa ngulti kita yang mencet X itu loh. Oke, alright. Gokil, keren parah coy. Bisa ultimate kita. Ini apa ya? Kenapa apa itu ya? Bodoh amat. Ya! Jatuh anjir. Wow, interesting man.
This must be the way forward. But to where? Nearly there. Let's keep my wits about me.
Yes, ada chest apa ini? Black leather glove. Oke, kita cek dulu ya. Dapat offense, yes, mantap. Kita ganti dulu dong. Nah. Terus sama kepala ya. Wih, defense, nice. Haha. Anjir nih pasangannya ya. Kita hide aja ya. Ini kita nggak dapat. Oke. Bisa di enhance apa ya? Wah, gelut. Gelut momen. Oh shit.
Incendio. Stupefy. Incendio.
Tuh anjir.
Stupefy. Accio. Incendio. Stupefy.
Parah nggak sih? Parah nggak sih?
It is a book after all.
Nice, parah. Udah celupin muka lu, udu. Wah, anjir. Ini jatuhnya sihir waktu atau apa ya? Wah, anjir. Manipulasi anjir. Oh, ini si bocilnya nih.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
Oh,
We
Rookwood.
understand that you are just
Jebolan
well
sini.
to life at Hogwarts.
Iya ya, tadi dibilang sama Vic ya.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens,
I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a fifth year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Anjir, jadi yang ngebalikin lahan tadi tuh ancient magic ya. Udah yuk. Ya udah kamu istirahat sana.
Sebastian.
Skip nih.
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Gua jadiin batu lu. Apaan setan warna-warni, yang lain mah biru. Oke, 3/4 nih, satu quest lagi nih teman-teman. Jir, kita kemana ini cuy? Oh, kita kesini. Keluar. Kita balik ke kelasnya Profesor Vic. Tanggal lagi. Anjir, loading coy. Gila, SSD nih bos. Teksturnya juga ngelot loh. Nah, ini di sini emang karena ornamennya banyak kali yang bikin nge-lag tuh ya. Gila. Ini gerak semua. Sakit gua. Nah, ini settingannya udah ciamik nih. DLSS-nya kita bikin auto nih. Ciamik nih. Oke. Jir, tiba-tiba udah pagi aja cuy. Time skip gitu.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Dari tadi gue bolak-balik.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing.
Wah, ada bagian halaman yang hilang, teman-teman.
Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand.
Jadi ingatan yang pertama itu
Rookwood
dan yang lain-lain tadi menggunakan sihir kuno ya untuk regenerate kampung halaman yang tadi.
In herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Oke, level 6 kita, teman-teman. Apa ini nextnya nih?
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion.
Oh,
Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed ones. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Nanti just send you owl post requesting to meet her Lower Hogsfield Hamlet. Oke, kita ketemu sama dia dulu ya. This is the world map. Most of the map covered by fog, limiting what you can see. Hamlets or small communities throughout the world. This hamlet Lower Hogsfield. Anjir, ini di basement ya? For vendor. Okay.
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see in my classroom.
Anjir, questnya banyak, Dok. Salah. Kita kemana dulu nih? Kan gue mencetnya, astaga, mencet M gue dari tadi. Mana sih? Kita kesini dulu kali ya. Gak bisa teleport apa? Bentar ya teman-teman. Gak bisa teleport. Kita ke Onai dulu berarti ya. Yang jauh dulu aja coy. Biar sekalian buka lokasi. Patungnya gerak, tuh baru ngeh anjir.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Anjir, jauh banget nih kita jalanin nih cuy. Kalau ada kesempatan buat lari kita nih. Cuman nih pasti tunggu tempat sepi dulu. Nah, ini di sini bisa lari kita. Anjir, ini sih jauh sih. Buh, jauh cok. Asli. Tadi masih nge-lag nggak bang? Masih kadang-kadang. Ini anjir, tadi dia ngirim ini. Ngirim apa, owl kan? Anjir, tadi dia ngirim owl loh. Kampret. Ya udahlah, ini aja dulu deh. Jauh banget cuy itu cuy, asli. Ini jauh banget tuh, masih nge-lag ya.
When my grandfather went to this school, dearest Derwent was the headmistress. Marvelous school.
Ini dulu, ini dulu, ini dulu.
Is she growing Punja's onion again?
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenore,
Cakep
dear.
ya, profesornya anjir.
You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Anjir, cantik banget profesornya cuy. Parah.
Oh, hello.
Gemes anjing.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our
Sayang,
garden.
iya kenapa sayang?
We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the
Herbology itu ini ya, ramuan-ramuan
than the
tanaman-tanaman
bouncing
gitu.
bowl.
Oh.
Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the
Udah malam
mandarin
istirahat
plant.
orang-orang tuh. Iya udah nggak apa-apa.
Accio.
Kamu istirahat, katanya pusing.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Oh, ini yang tanaman nangis itu loh. Ini yang tanaman nangis nih. Walah. Katanya konslet nge-lag. Iya, keyboardnya konslet.
The
Aduh, nge-lag.
soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get grasp of. I enjoy it. Aku yang nge-lag apa siapa? Yang nge-lag aku.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a
Ini aku cuman
mandrake
pengen
to
main
fresh
doang.
soil. Now, as I mentioned,
Enggak.
next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy or roses?
When he was a student.
Besok live game apa? Live game ini terus aku sampai habis.
Dittany's restorative properties make it
Small
a vital
planter.
ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
9 menit.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort
Nanti
of
Citampi
flora,
nanti
the
ya.
Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Oke. Udah gitu doang. Midlander pewet.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Nice to meet you too.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh.
Here we are. Home of the Chinese... Go on. Grab a few of those cabbages. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it. They'll do
Kira
the
gue
rest.
ngelut apa ini? Chomping cabbage. Hold tab. Tab gue rusak ya? Enggak deng. Tab assign tool. Bisa anjir. Itu dilarang tuh. Kok harus dari dekat? Oh, come on, man. Ini gimana ngebug ini anjir? Open the tool wheel. Aku sudah buka tool wheel-nya tapi nggak bisa. Astaga.
Look at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the
Tapnya keras
but they
anjir.
left her honking daffodils in tatters.
Buat apa gue pakai punya skill
Vicious
ginian
little
anjir?
bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that'd have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
Not saying you can go it alone, but well, imagine that was a dummy. Will come in handy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Naik ke kelas kita, men.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragon hide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Aneh, yang bikin nge-lag apa kali?
I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any
Kocak,
bite
kocak.
marks or missing digits.
Nggak stabil amat.
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
As you do seem to be quite green finger. Eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Thank you, Professor. But looking after plants isn't all that thrilling to me.
I think you'll come to see that the fruit is well worth the labor. As we
Gua nggak suka tanaman.
biologists like to say, tend to your plants and they'll tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Those mandrakes are really relishing.
Anjir, main quest banyak XP-nya ya.
Cost me my damned hearing.
Aduh, tinggal yang jauh ini lu coy. Awal pos, awal pos. Expelliar must dapat skill kita. Kita kelarin yang ini dulu. Dodge rolling. Oh, ini dapat sendiri. Enggak ya?
Kindness and concern are as necessary in the greenhouse as in the Great Hall.
Mana anjir ini? Nggak jelas, suruh kemana itu? Yang ini nih, suruh kemana nih? Bodoh. 10 potion plus. Ya udah kita ke potion plus dah. Perasaan gue wizard deh. Kenapa gue ke potion plus anjir?
My family has been changing.
Dia nge-lag tiba-tiba goblok.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow this. It would make him look completely incompetent.
Oh, ini Profesor Black ya? Oh, bukan deh.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Anjir, kita suruh apa? Suruh bikin potion.
Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients. Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Berbakat kita tuh, man.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients.
Okay.
Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Jadi buat pertama kita pakai ingredients yang ada dikasih profesornya.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Buat selebihnya kita pakai ingredients
Did I
sendiri.
hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
He did say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. But she can't be
Tantenya anjir,
everywhere.
Professor Weasley.
Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Super.
I'll get you the Fupa feather, as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fupa feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
Hooper.
Keep your potion
Swinger egg. Oke, ini satu. Mongrel fur. Ih, dapat kita kacamata biru lagi, rare. Oke, nambah defense. Boleh lah. Anjir, pakai topeng. Walah. Aduh, Johnny. Apaan? Super feather. Dark monger full. Oh, ini. Oke.
Remember, precision is key when brewing potions.
Here's the Fupa feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you! This is going to take a moment to brew. You should get back to brewing your Endurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
Oke, kita nge-brew lagi.
Chop the dipney or crush it. The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your
Endurus
eyebrow.
potion. Anjir, ada waktunya gitu anjir. Kocak, tungguin dong. Ada-ada aja anjir.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's odd. What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Loh, kan gua udah.
Not again.
Roket.
What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again. Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own. His accomplice will answer to me.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Professor. I was merely trying to help a friend.
Taking responsibility for one's actions does go a long way with me. I shall assume that you've learned a lesson. As for the work you did today at your own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
Kita tidak boleh meninggalkan.
I think each of us has had enough excitement for one day.
Meninggalkan hot cauldron nih, hot cauldron. Sekarang nggak boleh. Berbahaya. Ih, anjir tanggung banget ke level 7 coy. Wah, ngaco. Ini nih, meet with Netty. Udah kita kesini aja lah ya. Tuh jauh, perasaan dia udah hijau deh tadi. Kocak jalan jauh kita men, ya udah. Ini last ya, ini misi terakhir nih teman-teman.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Kita misi terakhir nih.
Ugh.
What am I missing?
Ini dapat satu kertas lagi aja nih. Naik level kita nih. Saya dapat satu kertas lagi aja nih. Tuh lihat tuh, kalau lagi lancar mah lancar. Tapi giliran lagi bapuk di tempat yang sama sekalipun, ngeframe gua. Bingung gua. Tuh, lu lihat tuh. Mau sebanyak apa objeknya kalau lagi lancar mah lancar, men. 75 60 fps, men. Namanya juga game baru sih ya, Minecraft. Ambil aja ya sekalian loot ya. Deket najis, jalannya deket. Kita nggak punya broom apa ya? Anjir, tau gitu gue teleport ke sini tadi. Udah mau sampai. Yang penting kebuka nih tempatnya nih. Kita buka dulu teleportnya. Kenapa gue mainannya begini-begini terus?
I should investigate.
Sebenarnya bisa grinding, cuman gue fokus ke main questnya aja ya. Kita percepat storynya.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Lu ngomong mau ngidupin ininya lu biar gue bisa teleport lu. Gimana?
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something found. Kita si Yogi ada nggak sih nih? Yok, lu ada nggak, Yok? Kita jujur apa enggak nih? I can say
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
I'm going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home. I'm glad to hear it, anjir. Would be dangerous. I'm not going to.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair, and you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right. But how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
Sini banyak.
What's going on here?
I never thought Ramrock's loyalists would go this far.
Di sini banyak. Chest nih, mana chest nih?
Wonder who lives here.
Chest amat anjing. Apa ini ribut-ribut?
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be serious.
Wah, jadi.
Leave her alone.
Stay aside.
You shouldn't be here. I could do this all day.
Mati lu, gua bunuh lu sama gua lu. Anjir, Victor ini. Oh, kok. Bos-bosannya coy. The collection your section update. New enemy type. You may learn valuable inside enemy.
You're there. Stop. Hang on. We can hold them off.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going to take this student over my dead body.
Mampus lu. Langsung mati dia, gue kasih ulti.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills.
Yo,
Can you tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
Who is Priya?
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me
My
hope
wife?
when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff. Brilliant potioning.
Wah,
Has her own shop in
LGBT
Nocturne.
terselubung anjir.
She's a travelling vendor. Here's what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were mere myth.
Mere myth? You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
How fascinating.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet.
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings.
Oke.
I had just arrived to
Cari dia
test
apa
my
nih?
theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis.
Oke.
I brought a trunk chock full of
Kita cari
mallowsweet
mallowsweet
with me.
kayaknya.
It's
Iya.
just over there by my tent.
Oh, oke, ada mallowsweet di sini.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory.
Bisa.
I am curious about these pyres.
Oh, ini harus dinyala-nyalain kayaknya nih.
Incendio! Merlin's beard! The flames make the pyre sink.
Satu lagi mana? Bukan ada 4. Oke. Jadi portal.
Yes, how beautiful!
Merlin
What a
anjir.
day, I can hardly believe.
Apa? Sunut Aizai.
I take it we can call that a success.
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out
It's an
there.
honor
Now
to meet
I've
you
got
too,
what I
miss.
needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Oke. So, what we gonna do now? Quest. Anjir, nggak ada main quest lagi coy. Harus ngapain? Ini komplit. Incendio. Successfully avoid enemy attack by dodge rolling. Oke, kita harus combat berarti nih. Dodge rolling berarti kita nggak boleh di block. Guys, incendio yang api ya. Oke. Ya udah.
Greetings, young slithering.
Oh.
Scrope knows about the old book you found for
Oke,
Professor V.
main questnya
Scrope
baru
can
nongol.
help you. And you can help Scrope get to the courtyard path.
Halo juga
If you don't
Asikin.
know it, you'll see it easy enough.
Welcome ya.
And don't tell anyone what you're up to. Especially Professor Black.
Kamu baru sampai cerita mana, Bang? Ini aku baru habis kelar Merlin Trials nih. Merlin Trails. Dari mana ini? Coba quest mana quest? Salah pencet. Udah sampai di Score Last Hope. Ya, baru sampai sini baru main. Coba kita bisa teleport ke sana nggak ya? Oh, seperti kita bisa teleport nih, guys. Oke, kita teleport ke sini ya. BTW keren amat monitornya, wide, berasa nonton film. Iya ya. Ini yang agak panjang monitornya, resolusi 2000 berapa gitu. Tapi resikonya bikin berat. Jadi kadang suka nge-lag, tapi ini nge-lagnya juga kayaknya dari gamenya yang belum stabil apa gimana deh. Karena kan ini lancar ya, yang kamu lihat ini lancar ya. Tapi kadang di satu sisi nih, misalkan berdiri di sini, ini lancar nih. Nanti suatu ketika di titik yang sama bisa nge-lag, itu nggak tahu kenapa. Belum ya. Kita kan bukan konten kreator yang besar gitu, yang PC-nya hebat-hebat komputernya. Jadi dinikmatin aja. Oke, mysterious note. Scrub knows about that book you found. It is missing something. Scrub does not believe it is safe to speak out in the open. Scrub has left another note across the bridge among the circle of rock. Take care, tell no one about this. Oke, nggak boleh ada yang tahu. Jadi catatan selanjutnya di jembatan among the circle of rock.
Scrub? Who is Scrub?
Nah, ini kita balik ke poin yang sama nih. Nanti kadang di suatu ketika nge-lag nih gamenya nih. Lagi lancar-lancarnya, lagi enak-enak. Oh, dia sih. Di batu ya, di batu. Oh, ini dia. Si. Almost there. Head for the pumpkins just down from the stone circle. Look inside one of them. You may be able to help poor broken-hearted scroll. Oke. Kita terus jalan ke bawah ya.
Pumpkins.
Pumpkins.
Oh, I think I know just the place.
Wow, jauh. Ya, kita ke sana lagi. Ini enak nih kalau speed begini, enak nih. Gak nge-lag tuh, tadi ada nge-lagnya tuh. Sekalian aja populasi kita turun ya. Ini binatang apa? Ini binatang apa ya? Oh, domba. Oh, ini ini. Gak bisa dilus-lus ya. Ayam juga nggak bisa. Oke, pumpkin. Kita terus suruh lihat. Oh, ini yang ini yang tempat Hermione ngumpet nih ya. Yang di sini loh, yang di sini. Asik. Yang siapa burung tuh, Griffon mau disembelih tuh. Another note. Oh, circle. Oh, di sini nih, sepertinya di sini. Circle rock tadi di mana? Nah, kan nge-lag kan? Di sini nge-lag nih. Nah, tuh nge-lag tuh. Tuh. Nih, tuh. Nah, ini nge-lag nih. Tuh. Padahal apa gara-gara turun hujan kah?
Rebellion.
Oh, ini dia. Lupa kita harus pakai rebellion. Aduh anjir, sorry ini gara-gara nongol iklan tadi di mana ya? Kan dong, anjir. Bacanya tadi pencet apa? Aduh.
This had better not be a trick.
Aduh, nggak kebaca gara-gara pencet escape, anjir. Ya udah, mungkin kita kesini kali ya. Lompat langsung luka nggak ya? Aduh, jangan deh. Nah, ini ibaratkan yang nempelin si Harry Potter terus nih ya, kalau di filmnya ya, Goblin.
The name's Scrope. Scrope serves the headmaster. Been in the Black family for years. Apologies for the abundance of notes. Scrope wanted to be sure you weren't followed.
What's this all about? Your notes mentioned the book I found in the restricted section.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know.
Scrope can tell you more in exchange for your help, but no one, especially the headmaster, can know. Of course, what can I do for you? I rather not risk trouble with Black. Happy to undermine authority. Benefit.
Happy to help, especially if you can
Rambutnya
shed
ngeglitch
light on the
anjir.
book.
Scrope is grateful. Scrope's late mistress, Apollonia Black, may she rest in peace, was a student at Hogwarts over 50 years ago. Before she died, she spoke with passion of pages ripped from a book. Scrope suspects she took them to her private grotto. She was delirious at the end, poor thing. Mistook belladonna for elderberries.
Elderberries.
Scrope tried to warn her.
I'm sorry to hear that. But how do you benefit if I find the pages?
Scrope believes that a treasured Black family ring is also in the grotto. Scrope wishes to give it to the headmaster. Apollonia forbade Scrope from entering the grotto long ago. Scrope continues to honor her wishes. Scrope
Grotto
would
itu
not
apa
dare
ya?
ask a student for help. But when Scrope learned you were looking for those pages, Scrope thought you might also find the ring.
Okay. Tell me about the ring.
Tell me more about this treasured ring.
Oh, it's adorned with the Black family crest. The headmaster would be pleased with Scrope for returning it.
Okay, yaudah, I'll go.
It seems this may help us both. I shall do it.
Scrope is relieved. Scrope hoped the young Slytherin would be willing to help. Take this toast to the grotto just down the coast and place it on the pedestal there. Good luck. Scrope will wait right here for you. Best of luck finding your pages and the ring.
Ah, grotto itu kayak semacam apa ya? Cave, apa gua gitu. Ada musuh nih. Anjir. Buaya, Cuk. Nah, gua main quest dulu. Nah, main quest dulu gua. Oke. Oke. Sabar. Gua ngecek questnya dulu. 6/10. Oke, 4 lagi, 4 kali ngedodge lagi ya. Kita 4 kali ngedodge lagi biar dapat Expelliarmus. Oke, 2 3 4. Nice. Anjir, kagak bisa di Akio, coy. Satu. Kita pakai incendio. Nice. Satu lagi ya. Satu lagi incendio nih kayaknya. Aduh, anjir. Nice, udah beres. Waduh, anjir, gue mau mati. Ini apa sih, ngebug dia? Ih, salah anjir. Oh, anjir. Nice. Potion gua habis dong. Aduh. Banyak banget lawan dia. Ya udahlah. Ini terakhir nih ya. salah, aduh, cok. Aduh, anjir. Waduh. Aduh, anjir. Mampus lu, mati lu anjing. Tuh. Jadi grinding gua anjir. Apa-apaan dah. Aduh, ada apaan lagi? Ada apaan lagi? Banyak banget sih. Tadi kayak ada batu, mana batu? Oke. Wow. Mampus, jebur lu, kocak lu, kodok. Nice. Harusnya udah beres nih, harusnya nggak ada lagi ya.
Why would I need a piece of toast? I suppose that's where it goes.
Kayak di Chamber of Secret. Bukan apa ya? Wih anjir. Iya kan? Yang ngebuka pintunya itu loh.
Could it be a visitor?
Kocak kepala doang.
Oh, ooh.
Anjir, dia ketawa ya. Gua mau kabur aja.
I was a student, just like you, about a century ago. How in the world did you find this place?
A house elf named Scrope sent me. Said I might find a black family ring here.
Ah. Sorry to say, I sold the ring a long time ago. Poor Scrope. Still holds a candle for Apollonia, I reckon. Can't say I blame him. I stole all these treasures just to impress her. Alas, 'twas to no avail. I thought a secret map I pilfered from Peeves would pique her interest. But she simply rolled her eyes. What would I want with yellowed old pages torn from a book? Not my finest moment.
What would I want with yellow old pages?
I'd like to have those pages if you don't mind.
They're not here. I thought if Apollonia wasn't interested in the map on the pages, perhaps it would lead to something that would intrigue her. So, I followed the map to what I can only describe as an enchanted cave of some kind. And you see what happened next? Here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll show you where to find the pages.
Why the post? How did you steal from Peeves?
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He has a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's sure to cause the most chaos. He dropped them after a particularly aggressive romp through the library.
Oke. Oh ya, berarti lu menemukannya dong, bukan nge-steal dong.
I suppose if that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you at the forest.
I'm sure the pages are still tucked in my waistcoat. If you don't mind the sight of a, well, my decapitated skeleton, they're yours for the taking.
Oke, balik lagi kita ke scrub. Ini apa? Wow.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now.
Oke. A map. Oke teman-teman, mungkin segini dulu ya. Udah 2 jam. Nanti kita lanjut lagi di next stream ya. Oh iya, by the way, gue udah dapet Expelliarmus nih kayaknya nih. Bentar ya. Attend defense against the dark during. Oke. Kita harus masuk kelas ini ya. Defense dari apa, bertahan dari ilmu hitam tuh, kelas ilmu hitam. Kita ke sini. Ini, nah itu caranya.
Lumos. Hello, Scrope. Thanks to you, I was able to enter Apollina's grotto. The toast was the key. I met a ghost there, Richard Jackdaw, who's agreed to lead me to the pages I've been looking for.
That boy was never good enough for Apollonia. Oh, what of the Black family ring?
I'm sorry to say that Jackdaw sold it long ago.
Sad news indeed. Scrope shall need to think of another way to impress the headmaster. Well, Scrope takes some consolation in knowing that the young Slytherin found what they needed.
I did. Thank you again, Scrope. You're a credit to House Elves.
Okay. Oke, kita udah naik level 8 teman-teman. Biar dia nge-save dulu ya. Oh, ini bisa di farming nih, setahu gue nih. Bro, apa bro? Holy crap, jauh banget. Forbidden Forest. Ini petualangan malam-malam nih, seru nih teman-teman. Lo, kenapa lo? Forbidden Forest. Berisik anjir bunga trompet. Oke teman-teman, mungkin segini dulu ya perjalanannya ya. Nextnya kita bakal masuk ke Forbidden Forest untuk bertemu dengan Richard Jackdaw ya. Untuk mencari halaman dari buku hilang itu yang kita ambil dari restriction section, oke? Jadi stay tune aja ya. Di next stream nanti kita lanjut lagi. Next stream kita lanjut lagi. Gue mau nge-spam ini game sampai tamat ya teman-teman ya. Jadi kita nggak ganti game, kita main ini terus sampai tamat ya ke depannya ya. Pasti semua yang udah mampir, pun urusan lu tuh asikin ya. Kasih ya, as always. Ada Yogi juga, ada Bagas juga, ada Putra juga ya. Makasih semua, enjoy juga yang nonton live. Sorry kalau ada nge-lag di bagian cutscene atau gameplaynya kadang-kadang ya, gue juga nggak tahu kenapa. Tapi yang jelas di forum-forum itu katanya itu bug dari memori ya. yang menyebabkan lag tiba-tiba atau makan RAM besar gitu teman-teman ya. Jadi makasih semua, selamat malam, selamat beristirahat, selamat memulai awal pekan ya. Seperti biasa, jaga selalu kesehatan kalian. Kita ketemu lagi di next stream. Gue pamit, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita ketemu lagi di next stream ya. Ingat ya, diloncengin aja biar nggak ketinggalan Hogwarts Legacy selanjutnya. Makasih, dadah, assalamualaikum.